Africa, a continent shrouded in misconceptions, often portrayed through a lens of poverty and strife. Yet beneath this surface narrative lies a history rich in innovation, power, and intellectual prowess. Long before the shackles of colonialism, Africa was home to empires that rivaled the greatest civilizations of their time. From the bustling cities of ancient Egypt to the sprawling kingdoms of Kush and Aksum, Africa's pre-colonial history is a testament to human ingenuity. These empires were not mere footnotes in history. They were centers of trade, scholarship, and artistry. The gold of Ghana fueled economies across the Mediterranean, while the ivory and spices of the East African coast found their way to distant lands. These kingdoms thrived on complex systems of governance, sophisticated trade networks, and a deep reverence for knowledge. They were the architects of architectural marvels, intricate social structures, and a vibrant cultural tapestry that stretched across the continent. The echoes of these empires resonate even today. The ruins of Great Zimbabwe stand as a testament to the architectural ingenuity of the Shona people, while the oral traditions passed down through generations preserve the stories of their ancestors. These stories speak of valiant warriors, wise rulers, and a deep connection to the land. They offer a glimpse into a world that existed long before the arrival of European colonizers, a world where Africa stood as an equal player on the global stage. The empires of pre-colonial Africa were not utopias. They had their share of conflicts, power struggles, and social hierarchies. Yet their stories are essential reminders of Africa's inherent strength, resilience, and capacity for greatness. They challenge the dominant narratives that often overshadow Africa's rich past, reminding us that the continent's history is not solely defined by colonialism. The art and music of these ancient civilizations continue to inspire and influence modern culture. Festivals and dances that have been passed down through generations celebrate the vibrant heritage of these empires. The universities of Timbuktu and other centers of learning were beacons of knowledge, attracting scholars from across the world. Women played crucial roles in these societies, from queens who ruled with wisdom to artisans who crafted with skill. Education was highly valued, with children learning the ways of their ancestors through stories, songs, and hands-on experience. African explorers charted unknown territories, contributing to the global understanding of geography and trade. The warriors of these empires defended their lands with bravery and strategic prowess, leaving behind tales of heroism. Traditional medicine and healing practices were advanced, with knowledge of herbs and treatments that are still used today. The craftsmanship of African artisans produced works of art that were both functional and beautiful, reflecting the culture's aesthetic values. Trade routes crisscrossed the continent, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. Storytellers played a vital role in preserving history, passing down the wisdom and experiences of their people through generations. Today, the legacy of these empires can be seen in the resilience and creativity of modern African societies, which continue to build on their rich heritage. The youth of Africa are the torchbearers of this legacy, poised to lead the continent into a future of renewed glory and prosperity. United in their diversity, the people of Africa are reclaiming their narrative, celebrating their past, and forging a path towards a brighter future. The pursuit of knowledge has always been central to African societies. From the earliest days, African communities placed a high value on learning and intellectual growth, recognizing the power of knowledge to transform lives and shape futures. Long before the rise of European universities, Africa boasted its own centers of learning that rivaled the great intellectual hubs of the world. These institutions were not mere repositories of knowledge, but vibrant centers of intellectual activity, where ideas were exchanged and new theories were developed. One such beacon of knowledge was the University of Timbuktu, nestled on the edge of the Sahara Desert. This university was a symbol of Africa's rich intellectual heritage and its commitment to the pursuit of knowledge. Timbuktu was not just a city, it was a melting pot of ideas, a place where scholars from across the Islamic world converged to share knowledge. It was a hub of intellectual exchange, where diverse cultures and perspectives met and enriched each other. Its libraries housed countless manuscripts on subjects ranging from astronomy and mathematics to medicine and literature. These manuscripts were meticulously copied and preserved, ensuring that the knowledge they contained would be passed down through the generations. These texts, written in Arabic and local languages, were testaments to the intellectual vibrancy of African scholarship. They covered a wide range of topics, reflecting the diverse interests and expertise of the scholars who wrote them. But Timbuktu was not alone. Across the continent, other centers of learning flourished, each contributing to the rich tapestry of African intellectual life. Across the continent, other centers of learning flourished. These institutions were spread across different regions, each with its own unique contributions to the world of knowledge. In Ethiopia, the monasteries of Aksum preserved ancient Christian texts, safeguarding the religious and cultural heritage of the region. These monasteries were not just places of worship, but also centers of learning and scholarship. While in the Swahili city-states of East Africa, Islamic schools taught a blend of religious and secular knowledge. These schools were instrumental in spreading literacy and education throughout the region. These institutions played a critical role in shaping African societies, fostering critical thinking and preserving the continent's rich intellectual heritage. They were the bedrock of African education, nurturing generations of scholars and thinkers. The scholars of these universities were not confined to ivory towers. They were deeply engaged with their communities, applying their knowledge to solve real-world problems and improve the lives of those around them. They were astronomers who charted the stars, using their observations to develop sophisticated calendars and navigation techniques. Mathematicians who developed complex algorithms, contributing to the fields of algebra and geometry. And physicians who healed the sick, using a combination of traditional remedies and advanced medical knowledge. Their knowledge was practical, deeply intertwined with the needs of their communities. They were not just scholars, but also practitioners, using their expertise to address the challenges faced by their societies. They were the keepers of history, the innovators of their time, and the architects of a vibrant intellectual tradition that stretched across generations. Their contributions laid the foundation for future advancements in various fields. The legacy of these centers of learning extends far beyond the physical structures themselves. It is a legacy that lives on in the stories and traditions passed down through generations. It lives on in the oral traditions passed down through generations, in the stories told by elders to the young, ensuring that the wisdom of the past is never forgotten. In the manuscripts carefully preserved in libraries and private collections, each one a treasure trove of knowledge waiting to be discovered. And in the spirit of inquiry that continues to drive African scholarship today. Modern African scholars build on the foundations laid by their predecessors, pushing the boundaries of knowledge even further. These centers of learning stand as powerful reminders of Africa's enduring thirst for knowledge and its contributions to the global intellectual landscape. They are a testament to the continent's rich intellectual heritage and its ongoing commitment to the pursuit of knowledge. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with more fascinating insights into Africa's rich history and heritage.